Hi, Dave Caudle here with another top tip for your career. Are you stuck in your career? Do you even know if you're stuck in your career? You know, there's a lot of stats around, and I'm sure you've heard people say most people are unhappy in their career. So why, if that's the case, aren't people doing anything about it? And part of it is, I think, that we get so used to what we're doing that we don't stop and think whether it is time to move on. So maybe it's just time for you to take a little check and see, are you stuck in your career? Do you need to do something about it? And that might be a whole big career change, but it might just be about tweaking the way you do things or the way you look at things. But this video is purely about what to do and how to know whether you are stuck. So the first thing to do is just think about how you feel on a Sunday night before work the next day. I'm not talking about one particular week, I'm talking about over a period of time. Think back maybe over the last 3 months. On a Sunday night, what's your general feeling? Are you usually happy and raring to go? Or are you anxious or stressed out or worried about the week coming up? If you are, then that's a sure sign that it must be time to think about doing something about changing your career in some way. The next thing to do is just think about, how do you feel when you're at work? Do you like the environment? That might be the physical environment. That might be the team environment. Do you like where you're working? The people you're working with? Do you like the work that you're doing? Are you using the skills that really fire you up and make you feel excited and happy and challenged in a good way? And do you feel stressed during the day? Not in terms of, you know, the normal challenges of work, things that maybe get the adrenaline going a bit, but are you feeling down and put upon? Are you finding it a struggle to get out of work at the right time? All of these things are signs that perhaps it's time to look at your career. And that would be a really useful thing for you to do, because if you're unhappy at work, why would you want to carry on like that? It relates to one of my favourite mindsets. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. That's a kind of saying that I guess a lot of you will have heard, and it relates to a mindset that it's one of my success mindsets, I guess. Comes from a coaching toolkit, well, that's where I learned it, called neuro-linguistic programming. And the mindset is, I'm in charge of my mind, and therefore my results and choice of action in any situation. And I notice what I'm doing, and if it's and the results I'm getting, and if it's not what I want, I do something different. So the first part of that was, I'm in charge of my mind. Well, you are, aren't you? Or are you just letting other people direct the course of your career and your life? And the second part of it is, I notice the results I'm getting. So I actually stop and say, well, look, if I'm feeling stressed or I'm not enjoying my job, I'm going to do something about it. And actually, it almost doesn't matter what you do as long as you do something different, because you will then get different results. And then you can say, well, are these better or not? Have I improved my situation? And if you haven't, try something different. But it's all about getting going and making the move. So you don't feel that you need to have a new direction all thought out before you do anything about it. Just having an objective such as, I want some passion in my work, or I want to be happy, could be enough. And often the people that I work with who have those sorts of objectives initially are the people that get the best results. I never forget, I worked with a lady who was in her mid-30s. She had a really busy job. She was a mid-manager. She had a family to support, so a very busy life. And when we first worked together, the only thing she said was, I just want something where I'm happy. Just want to be happy. And that was her guide as she went forward with her career transition. And we worked on the practical things like CVs and interviews and what an ideal job looked like for her. And that guided her so that in the end she could make a really good choice about what she wanted to do next. So wherever you are right now, if you're not happy in any way, do something about it. Employ someone like me, a professional career coach, if you need help with it. But whatever you do, do something. Why wouldn't you want to be happier in your career?